All right, so this is a chink strum, okay? People call these chinks or chunks or scratches out there. It's all the same type of thing. You're putting a percussive element into your ukulele playing by deadening the strings and strumming across them. Now, people do this in a variety of different ways. Some people like to mute with their thumb and then use all four fingers to do kind of a big, huge, fat chunk. I prefer something a little bit lighter and quicker. We're trading off that kind of heavy, chunky sound for what I like to call a chink, because I'm only using one finger for the percussive sound, right? The trade-off, like I said, is speed. So with a chink, you can do bum 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 ba da da bum dum bum 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 ba da da ba da 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 bum ba da 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 da. Right? Obladi, right? And that works really great for that, okay? So all I'm basically doing, I've tried to set up the camera so you can kind of see what I'm doing better. I'm basically taking the fleshy part of my palm right here, and I'm just kind of doing a little tiny karate chop. Now this is, I don't know if you can see from the angle I'm shooting at, but I'm basically just going straight towards the ground, right? I'm not turning my hand so that it's facing the ukulele and trying to chop in this direction. If I did that, my finger wouldn't reach, right? And so I'm just going straight towards the ground, and my finger and my hand naturally with the slope of my ukulele just comes into contact with those strings. I follow that up by a flick, right? So I'm doing a chop and then a flick. Now when you're pulling your hand back, you also want to pull your finger back, and then it's ready to go, right? So you're doing chop, flick, chop, flick. Now, if you try and do this too soon, you're going to end up with, it's kind of a messy staccato, right? I've practiced it a lot, so the natural thing for me is to get my hand there before my finger gets there, right? So the hand's got to come into contact with the strings, otherwise you get a mess, right? And so you're doing chop, flick, chop, flick. And that's just basically all there is to it. And then once you feel confident in getting them in the right order, you can just start doing chlick, 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 combining that chop and that flick together. Now you don't have to push your hand super hard down on the strings. All you have to do is just get them there so that they're in contact with the strings and they won't make any noise other than this little percussive sound, right? Okay, and then in between you can start inserting ups. So click up or chink up, chink up, chink up, chink up, right? I'm just doing this on a C chord. All right, and then basically you can start inserting this into any pattern where you have a down strum, right? And so the down strum can become a chink or a chunk or a scratch, whatever you want to call it. So a really common thing to do is to go down, up, chink, up, down, up, chink, up, down, up, chink, up, down, up, chink, up. Right, okay, and you can also start, if you're doing something more jazzy, you can start substituting some spaces in place of some of those down strums, right? So if I have a chord and I'm going down, up, chink, up, chink, up, chink, up, chink, up, right? And so let's just do this on like a 50s progression here. So. And you notice that I'm actually changing chords on the ups. It gives it more of a swing feel. Right, okay. And of course you can just do chink ups if you're doing kind of a marchy feel like this for obladi oblada. Bum 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 bum. Right, okay. And Some other ways that you can use it are like just to take it and insert it into like a common strum, right? So down, down, up, chink up, down, down, up, chink up, right? So basically anytime you have a down strum, you can insert this percussive effect. And so that's all there is to it. Scratches, chinks, chunks, whatever you want to call them. Like I said, there is another way to do it where you're muting with your thumb and you're going across the strings. I don't particularly care for that way, so I haven't practiced it a lot. If you are interested in that way of doing it, I would suggest the video on the Chink from Aldrin Guerrero, a fantastic ukulele player from Ukulele Underground. He has a wonderful series of videos called Uke Minutes, and it has all kind of just little short videos like this one where there's just demonstrating one technique. Okay, and so that's it for today and the Chink strum.